it up.
We back.
We are.
We back.
It's a little.
I mean, trying to manage the hot flashes and the humidity that is. It's July, so it's hot anyway.
It is July. June just.
It did.
You know,
I feel like the summers do that. Like, especially when you're working, you know, like back in the day when you had off of the summer, like summers were awesome and forever. And now you're like if you get like a long week. So it's a working thing. Ruining the vacation life. It's rough. It's rough.
So, what are we talking about today?
Things that make you go,
So, let me just start with things that make you go, And we just talking about work?
Yeah.
So, we talk about this a lot of like scheduling, right?
I went,
Scheduling. And like just, I'm not great at the
I'm just checking my
scheduling.
hair. The hair
Oh, I
is
love it.
everywhere, but it's all right. People, I think at this point, I'm surprised people haven't like emailed on the side. I'm like, girl, try this product. Try that.
I'm waiting for people to say that about my saggy neck. You know, those like
Not have a saggy
yeah, I
neck.
do. I seen it in the side.
You do.
It's like aging.
Oh my
they have
God.
they have the tapes that like holds up your neck like.
The people like they put that on at night too when people sleep.
Yeah, you
right?
put it in the back. It goes around the back. You know, maybe we'll buy some of these weird aging things and we'll try them on camera and like you know the frownies or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, so things that make you go. So today we're doing the podcast this morning.
Yeah.
Recording, and I looked at my schedule and I have 7 sessions today.
Which how did you do that? First
Okay,
of all,
wait.
this is a recording day, so we were supposed to have the whole day.
Yeah. So I have 7 sessions today.
Okay.
What do you think the order of those sessions are?
They're back to back.
Yes, they
They're
are.
back to back. I know I do it all the time.
Yeah. So it goes from 1 to 8 p.m.
It's just it's maddening, and you get mad every time
And
you see it. And you yell at yourself every time you do it. You're like, I said I was going to do this. I know, but it's out of the goodness. Also, too, it's like to protect, because if you give yourself that break, you're pushing everybody, like you're staying till 9 or 10.
Yeah, I can't.
So you're like, I'll just go straight through, won't eat anything.
Oh no, I didn't even think. I looked at it and then was like,
I know. There's something to be said for amazing administrative assistants, because like in our office, you know, we just have these amazing women and they protect your peace with their life. So like if I used to schedule, you know, 9 people consecutively, they'd be like, no. We're going to build in a lunch there. And they're like so wonderful. When you do it yourself, it's like self-sacrificing all over the place.
things that make you go,
Yep. Yeah.
All right, you got one?
I do. I'm going to let a little bit of this out because I keep promising that once I'm in a better mental space about it, we're going to do a whole thing about it. But I'm going to put a little bit out there in terms of sports parents. They make me go, on a regular basis. And here's the thing. My kids play sports. They play travel sports. They play high school sports. Like, we're knee deep in it. But the level at which my generation is attached to their children's sports, and I am a loner in these. Like, I will text Kate, I will text a couple other people from the sidelines and these things, and I am feeling like a loner because I'm the one sitting on the sideline going, we're all hoping this gets canceled, right? Like,
can we leave yet?
We're seeing the storm come in. Like, this is going to be canceled,
Yep.
right? Like, and other people and everyone I'm surrounded by is like, no, we beat this team 2-1 last time. If we beat it, I'm like, oh, I'm alone in this thought process about youth sports. And it's gotten so, it's perplexing. Like, it should make you go, because the age at which they need to figure out what sport they want to play now
is 3.
Is and no joke, it's between 3 and 5, at least in our area where we are with the culture of sports. It's between like 3 and 5 years old. They have to decide like what sport they like. By the time they're 10 or 11 and they're in these travel sports, there's other things you are highly encouraged to get your child to do. Extra lessons, extra private lessons, do this
one-on-one, yeah, the private
that clinic. And so then there's those things, and then there's other teams they can be involved in outside of their teams. And then there's all this money that you're paying, and then you're traveling and you're staying in hotels and you're buying meals and you're paying to park to then pay to get in to watch your child play on the team you played for
that you paid.
And all of that makes me go, on a regular basis. But many times it doesn't make others go,
It made me go,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my son played rec soccer and he was really good. So then started playing travel soccer. and then did that. And then the team he was on, after I think it was like the fourth year, he was barely playing. He was miserable.
Mhm.
And so my old self would be like, we paid, we're powering through, we bought all the uniform, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
And mid season, I like yanked him out of it because he was miserable, put him back in rec. He was happy as a clam, lived his best life, like
Right.
played on the middle school team, and just had a much better experience. And guess what? Like now he goes away to college and then did
A club.
he did club
I
soccer,
love that.
right? So he still genuinely
Yes.
loves it, and he still watches soccer and he still watches the game. So he's not like so burnt out. And so if that's
Yes.
the gift that I gave him, is that
Yeah.
this still gets to be a thing you love, then I'm so glad you never got a scholarship and we never,
Right.
like that never happened.
I'm
Then
telling you,
fine.
you're not missing this latter part of this whole experience. And here's what another moment. Here's what I do tell. I do see a lot of athletes, but I don't see them until they're 18. So they're in college and doing their college stuff, whatever. And I'm sure many parents of my college athletes are not happy that I give this advice, but this is what I say. I'm like, you have to keep in mind and keep this in perspective that you're going to be 24, 25, sitting at either a work function, a happy hour, or just out with your friends, and maybe you're at a bar somewhere or you're hanging out and you're going to meet somebody at a bar, you're going to be sitting there and you guys are going to start talking, and the person's going to say to you, hey, where do you work? And you're going to say where you work, and hey, where do you live? And I live here, and blah, blah, blah. And it's somewhere in the conversation. It may come up that, hey, I played soccer in high school or in college, and the other person goes, oh, yeah, I played basketball. And that is the summation of all these years. It will be a 4-second conversation with somebody that you meet that encompasses 13 or 14 years of stress and money and in your life. So keep that in perspective that when you are our age, like no one knows what sports we played.
Do you know what sport I was in
No,
in
no,
high school?
no. And do any of your clients know?
I don't know.
No one asks us. When you're a grown up, no one ever says, what position did you play in high school? What sport? How good were you? What travel team did you play on?
What letter? What did you play in high school?
Sports wise?
Yeah.
I was lacrosse when I was younger, and it was tennis my whole.
I had no
I know.
idea.
I know. Who would know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because no one, I don't mean no one cares, but no one cares. Like,
Yeah.
it is 4 seconds of your portfolio. The rest is, where do you live? Where do you work? What do you do? What do you love to do? What are your hobbies? Like, it's all about that stuff and so little about all these years that you trained and you did all these things. So keep that in perspective. That, like, this is just a couple seconds of your story. This is not, but when you're in it, I think this becomes your whole life. This persona of sports becomes your whole life. But it's really just a little piece of it. And keep that in perspective so you can stay mentally well through these things. And sidebar, the pressure that these kids are under.
Oh, it is horrendous.
Like when we had sports, we did not have travel sports when we were kids, so we didn't even have this pressure of all these extra.
You had to be very, very, very elite.
You were elite, yes.
And now, unfortunately, and people are probably going to come at me, but
everyone's elite.
In the area that we live in, the reality is this: if you pay, you play.
I would agree.
That is what it is. And
there's
club
always
teams
a
will
team
pop
for
up
everybody.
and they will take you. If you have cash money, like you have money, your kid, they will find a way to
Yes.
get your kid to play.
There's always a team.
And then it gives the parents a false sense, the kid a false sense, right? And they're like,
Right.
why am I not playing? Why are they barely putting me in? Why did I not get a scholarship? Why
Right,
can I
right.
not make the school team? All of these things. It's horrendous.
Yeah. Just for the mental health side, just help your kids keep this in perspective. And parents, let's keep this in perspective. It's just an activity. And if they're good at it, that's wonderful. And they're learning a bunch of skills and they're taking directions from another adult. And that's all going to help them when they get jobs, to stay structured and disciplined and take feedback. That's all great. Let's just keep it in perspective. It's just a minute of their life when they tell the story later on. Yeah. AKA, no one cares. What sport did you play?
Swimming.
Oh, you were a swimmer.
And I also played rugby,
Oh, I would have
which people always find
loved
hilarious.
rugby.
Yeah.
I
It was a
think it's
club sport.
great.
Yeah, it was a club sport at Downingtown.
Oh, I would have loved
It wasn't
rugby.
sanctioned by the school. It was
It's
something
still
with
not.
Insurance. Yeah, it was
It's
something
still
with
not.
insurance. Hockey is, I think, the same.
Yeah, I know rugby is still not, but what
Yeah.
a great sport, especially for women. Like, such a good sport.
Yeah, it was where like outcast girl. It was like band of misfits.
Yes.
It was great.
things that make you go too about swimming.
Hmm.
We were having this conversation, like I think last weekend, where like it, we did not get swimming lessons. Like I didn't grow up where there was like a swim club or a swim. I didn't get swimming lessons. Our parents threw us in the pool, stood on the side, and we're just like, float, like paddle. So I always joke with my kids, like, I don't really necessarily know how to teach you to swim, nor do I know like the swim moves because
Oh.
we did not get swim
Oh.
lessons. We were like our
I
parents taught us, which was just basically like, don't drown.
I did get swim lessons. My mom also swam in high school
Oh, you came
and
from
in
swimmers.
college. Yeah, and then when I went away to college, when I went to Penn State. I was at a branch campus. But I was like swimming just recreationally, and the coach comes over to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to be on the team?"
You got recruited, like handpicked.
Oh yeah. No, I think they were desperate. Who's a swimmer? Nobody. But yeah, so my mom swam, and my grandparents, when they retired, lived at the beach.
Okay.
So it was no joke. Like we had to learn how to swim. So
Okay.
we were in swim lessons. It was like a very serious thing.
There is definitely a difference between kids who took swim lessons.
Did you have your kids go do the one at the university?
So no, we didn't do that one, but we did
Oh.
pay each kid. We did pay for a couple weeks of swim lessons because we both. Well, actually, not my husband. He grew up in a swim club area, so he had
Mhm.
access to lessons and all those things. I did not. So I was worried that I couldn't teach the kids how to swim. So I did
Oh.
pay for somebody who was knowledgeable to teach my kids how to swim.
I still had to pay because mine clawed at me.
Oh.
But at the university, it's like this immersive thing.
Is
they
it the
take
one
your
where they
little
like
kid.
throw your kid?
Yeah,
in the
they
pool?
throw him in the pool.
Oh God, I couldn't handle that.
But he swims now.
I
So
would
look.
jump in after like Meet the Fockers. I'd be like jumping in that pool,
Oh,
like
yeah.
yeah, no.
They make you sit very far away.
Oh, that would make me go.
Yeah. All right. Things that make me go.
Hmm.
The whole skincare situation with
Yeah.
like preteens.
Oh my God. I was talking to a dermatologist the other day, and she had such a great take on this. She's like, I wish I could open up a teen Ulta or a teen Sephora run by a dermatologist so we could get these girls off of the
Can
stuff
someone
they should
please
be
do
on.
that? Can someone?
Yes.
And why are we? I'm not even going to say names, but why of products? But why are we spending $40, $50 on serums you don't
Well, that's
need,
what she
and then
said. She's like-
mixing it all
She's
together?
like these young girls who are 9 and 10 who are putting vitamin C
Yes.
serum on their face and doing this and doing that. She's like, none of them should be on retinol this early. Like,
Yes.
and so that's what she was saying. She's like, I wish they would. And what a great concept to do to come up with like a teen Sephora or a teen Ulta where you take all of those
Let's go into
things
business
out
with
of
that lady.
You know, right? She was brilliant.
We're going to take all the money we make from our 12 followers
That's right.
and our ad revenue.
That's
and
right.
We're going to hire this lady.
Yes, yeah. But what a great idea. And she is saying like the same as you are saying, which is this is ridiculous and these girls' skin's beautiful and they're young and they shouldn't be putting all this on their faces.
It's just like it's a weird, trendy thing. You know, it's like it's kind of shamey too.
Yeah.
That's why it makes me go,
Yeah. Well, that's why I can't do the makeup thing.
like you don't wear makeup at all.
None, because I don't know how. Like, and I say that with all
Look how
honesty.
stunning you are.
Oh no, trust
Over
me.
here, I'm like,
But I don't know. Like, for somebody like me, you almost feel like, okay, I missed the boat. There's like so many steps to it that like I couldn't even figure it out at this point. It would take me hours on YouTube. It would have, like, because I do. I feel like there was a whole like it's almost like I didn't go to college, right? Like it's almost like I missed the
Oh.
educational phase of this because there were so many phases of it and people just gradually got better and better and better.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I missed the boat. Like I'm so far behind in that education. Like I don't even know where to start.
oh,
Like,
you didn't miss the boat.
I don't know. You have to. It's a talent. Like, and I say that with all honesty.
I don't,
People
well,
who can
yeah.
do this is like you fine tuned it at this point, right? Like you're like I've used certain things. I know what I like. I know what works for me. I know how to put it on. Like it's not simple. Like I don't think women get enough credit for.
No, it's hard. So
It is.
I was in. It was around the time it was like early in the pandemic, so I would wear makeup, but like not anything like elaborate. It was like foundation, mascara, like blush, and that was like, it took
Right.
like 5 minutes. And I was in a wedding, and they, do your makeup, and I was
Yes.
like, oh my gosh, like I love this. And then I had this thought of like, I don't want to be intimidated by this anymore. I'm tired of being
That's where I am.
intimidated by this. So I just started watching
You got educated.
YouTube. And it was during the pandemic. And then I bought stuff, like got it ordered, sent to my house, and then just practiced all the time, like
Okay.
going nowhere and just practice this and practice that and just watch YouTube like over and over and over again. And I was like, I'm just tired of being intimidated by this
Yep.
and saying, I missed the boat. Like, this isn't my
Yep,
thing. And
see?
I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did.
I see, and I think that's brilliant. But to your point, it's like you need a little bit of education, and you need to do like it's. I think it's work. I think people put a lot of work in. Yeah, we get enough credit for how beautiful it is. Like it's Hmm.
I love me some makeup.
Right. Well, and I think the shopping for it too is a little exciting. Like it's like you get to go try something new, and yeah. How are you a shopper? Like do you get retail therapy highs?
Only from certain stores,
Okay.
TJ Maxx and Marshalls, because it's like a treasure hunt.
You like to
Because you
search.
never know what you're going to find there.
Okay.
But like a place where I generally kind of know what's going on there, even if it's closed and I find something cute, it's like, okay, not the same, but give me a Marshalls and a TJ Maxx,
Yeah.
and I roll in there and I'm like, what do we got this week?
And you like because you can find like deals. You
Oh,
feel
that's the
good
other
about
part.
the purchases.
That I'm
Yeah.
addicted to.
Yeah, getting a good deal.
I said that in our first thing.
Yeah.
That my favorite game to play is
Oh yeah.
guess how much this costs,
Yep.
and then guess how much I paid for it.
Yep. My husband can go into a store with a gift card and walk out with nothing, and I cannot do that. I can't do that part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you give me a gift card and we're gonna go to the store, I will use that. I will find something.
Do you want to hear a thing that makes you go about gift cards?
Yeah.
So if someone gives me a gift card to Target, I go to Target a lot, right? And let's say I'm getting some stuff for the house, but I also got, I don't know, maybe a shirt or sweater, something for myself.
Okay.
And I have a gift card. I won't use it for that.
Why?
Because I'm like, I'm supposed to find something just for me. This is a just for me gift card. So I'm like, okay, so let's say I have a $50 gift card to Target.
Uh-huh.
It's like I spent $75 there, and maybe 20% of it was something I got for myself. Won't use gift card. Won't use it.
Not today.
Nope. I'm coming back when it's just going to be about me.
Well,
When has that day happened? It has not.
oh my God, you can hold on to them?
They like burn in my wallet.
That is fascinating to me.
My husband's the
husband-
same way.
My one daughter, same way. Me and my other kids, me and the younger kids, so that tells you my mentality. If we have a gift card, it is like, oh, I get
You're
to go
using
free
it?
shopping. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
I'm like, weird.
anything.
No. It has to be very intentional. I have to A, remember I have the gift card. B, then say, all right, you got $50. It's just for you. Go wild.
Okay.
And I think it should be that way because I feel like a lot of moms, they get a gift card. And
Yes.
it's like, oh, I'll just use it on house stuff.
yes.
Not today,
that
Satan.
is true.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
No, I do like that you're keeping it for you because that's very self-care oriented. Like this was
But I have
gifted
to
to me for
to
me.
use it.
But I can't believe that you can keep it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think I still have a Domino's one from Christmas.
Wow.
One of the prizes. One of your prizes.
Oh yeah.
It's probably in my wallet right now. I could probably go get it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Good for you. That is like found money for me. Like that is girl
Interesting.
mathing like to the end degree where I'm like, someone just gave me this gift card. I'm going tomorrow. I'm gonna get myself something. Yeah, like right away. Yeah. They will never burn a hole. I will never have an expired gift card.
Cash, same thing. I'm the same way with cash.
Like you save it? You want it?
Yeah. And then it just like accumulates and I forget to go to the bank. And then my husband's like, are you trying to tell me something? Like,
You got a lot of ones sitting over
what,
there.
what, are you,
what
what are you doing here? You're like planning like a great escape? And I'm like, no, legitimately. I'm like, I'll just use my card.
You're like, that's for me for some other day.
I don't know why. It just is. It's always been like that. It's always been like that. I'm like an old Italian grandma. Like, you got to keep the
you got
cash under
different
the mattress.
cans in different places in the house. Like, that's not really coffee. That's $400 in there.
You never know. You might need it. And it's like, for what? For what do you need that for? Although, to be fair, my husband's like, what are you doing with that? And then he had to get his car towed recently.
Oh,
and I
your
went to pick him
cash.
up, and the guy was like, it's this much. Hold on. I got to figure it out. Like, it's this much in cash. And I was like, I got you.
Nice. That does come in handy because I am always the person who's like looking for a tip for somebody, and like I'm asking my kids to, like break open their piggy bank.
Anyone got a 1 around here? Anyone got a 5? Got change for a 5?
What do you got? You only have a 20? Oh my God, we're giving a great tip today. Like, that's fine. Just give me the 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So gift cards to you, but only for you. Keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's a weird thing.
I like it. It's okay. Self care to the extreme.
Mhm.
All right. Who's judging it? Not here.
Not here. Not today.
Not today. What else makes us go, hmm? I feel like the mental health side of things is definitely a lately.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think anxiety's super, super high right now. And you know, the is I think we talked about this before, you and I, probably totally off podcast, but about like vacations versus staycations, like we are living in a staycation world these days, like my family, and like just to be able to go away nowadays, like when you were younger, or at least I felt when you were younger, it was like a week away somewhere. It was like we got to do that like at least once during the summer. And now like our family is like, all right, we can do a long weekend. We can all do this long weekend at this one
That's what
place
I'm doing over
because
in
it's
Florida.
affordable and we can do it and we don't have to take too many days off of work. And I think kind of that's where we are right now. Like so the vacations anymore are kind of like, they're just like not what they used to be, not as
And no one's going to Cancun for spring break.
seriously. Seriously. Or like going away for 10 days. Like, no. My husband, when he was young, he said that they used to go away definitely for 2 weeks minimum. They would
Where?
rent a house down in the Carolinas, and his mom and his mom would take all her kids, and an aunt would take all her kids,
Okay.
and they would go down. And the husbands would go back and forth. The husbands would take 2 weeks off and then work 2 weeks. But they would stay minimum of 2 weeks, sometimes 4. Yeah.
What?
Because I guess the prices down there at that time were reasonable, and both the moms were stay-at-home moms, so they could afford to take the summer off with the kids, and the dads just did the drive and went back and went to work. And I'm like, first of all, that to me was like, I've never heard of that because we only got like a week when we were kids, but yeah, to be able to do that, I'm like, and I was telling the other day, I'm like, that's a thing of the past, like that's
Yeah,
it's
we
never
we
happening.
did not do that. I mean, I feel very fortunate because I grew up after my parents got divorced. We moved to the tiny beach town that my grandparents retired at. And when I say tiny beach town, tiny
Like a
beach
Hallmark
town.
movie, because what I'm picturing
Yeah.
in my head is adorable.
So it's a private beach, so you
Oh,
cannot go
totally
there
picturing Hallmark now.
unless you're a resident. So you can't like buy a day pass. Like
Okay.
you get a tag if you are a resident, and that is
Okay.
the only way that you are going to this beach that has like one lifeguard
Wow.
stand. It is tiny, and there were 2 ice cream trucks that would just permanently park out front.
It sounds lovely.
You'd go get your $1 hot dog. I'd be walking back. I'd get 2. One time a seagull landed, took my hat. I was crying.
Always.
I went back. I was like, the seals. But so, I mean, we lived a block away from the beach.
Uh-huh.
Like, we just ride our bikes down there, be by yourself, like, leave your stuff. We had a little, like, locked shed that you just wrote your name on the back of your umbrella and your chair, and you just leave it so you're not, like,
Wow.
bringing it back and forth. So that was, like, my whole childhood. So with my dad, our vacations were we drove in a car in his like 1967 Mustang with pleather seats,
Yep.
no air conditioning,
Yeah.
and no shocks. And my dad's idea of a vacation, love him. We would do these like cross country drives from like Minnesota to Oklahoma, Oklahoma to Colorado, because we had
Okay.
family out there. We camped
Oh.
all the time with my dad. We camped. Neither am I. Neither am I. I remember one time I had a double ear infection.
Oh no.
I'm like in the car with my head out the window, like trying to like get the wind. So like, and we're camping
Oh no.
with
no.
the ear infection, and I'm like, I remember one time, my dad just loves to drive, and we didn't even make it to the campground. So we pull into the rest stops that like just have a bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. So we pull into one of those, and he's like, guys, we're sleeping in the car.
Oh no.
So I'm like 7 in a nightgown and flip flops, and I have my toothbrush, like going into the bathroom to brush my teeth. And I'm with my dad and my 2 brothers. There's not a woman to be found.
Oh,
So I'm in this like teddy bear nightgown. I'm like ripe for the picking. I'm surprised I didn't get abducted.
Right for the picking.
And we're in the back seat, like asleep, and we wake up like stuck to the pleather, like
Oh
knowing ourselves
man.
off. My dad's like, it's good for you.
They camped in the car. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's why now my max of road trip, like if it's more than 5 hours, I'm not going.
Okay, you're flying.
I'm flying.
Okay, all right.
I will not go.
It's a hard line.
Very.
I feel like
I put in my time. I put in my time. I put in my dues.
Sorry.
I'm done.
I've done this,
Mhm.
and I found it is not for me.
Yep.
And so I don't want to do this anymore.
Nope.
Okay.
It's a no for me,
It's a
dog.
no.
It is a hard no.
It makes me do more than It's a no. It's just a no.
Camping is not.
I'm not a fan.
Just not. It's a thing that you do as like an off thing. But don't use it like when you use it as a necessity. Then it takes the fun out of it. You know, you're like in the old like smelly kind of smells like a combination of like musk, like
Yep.
dust.
I talk to so many of my clients who love camping, right? Like they love it, and I love to listen to their love about camping, and they'll ask me point blank, probably because of my facial expression, "Oh, do you camp?" I say, "No, I do not. I've gone twice, did not enjoy."
I like that it's a verb.
Do you camp? Do you camp? I do not. And so they'll go, "No, no, no, you have to go like we go," and then they'll talk about all the things they do. It is fantastic. Some people have camping down to an utter science. Like the way that they have food prep and the way that you're going to eat and the shelters that they make for eating and all these different things that they have. I mean, people camp and it's an experience. And so I just want to give them a shout out because we're joking about the camping thing. And I know it is a beautiful experience for a lot of people and they do it up. Like if you listen to my clients talk about camping, it's amazing. Like it sounds like the best time ever.
I would try glamping. I've RV'd.
Yeah. Oh, I would love an RV. Love to be in an RV. I have to be somewhere where there's a bathroom.
Well, it was a nice RV. It was brand new.
Yeah.
But they tell you there's a bathroom, but it's like, unless you're like going, it's not, you can't, one, there's not enough hot water, even if you're like hooked up to it.
Okay.
But also the bathroom, be very mindful. Just, better not. Best to just not.
See, and I can't live in that world. Like,
that's right. And it was a brand new RV.
I have a bladder of a toddler, so that doesn't work. Like, yeah, no, I don't. Porta potties make me.
I can't.
Very anxious.
I always hold my breath and hope for the bracing for like.
Yeah. Porta potties make me go. Like
they make me go.
The ease at which other women can attack the porta potty. I'm very jealous of that because I just swear I'm going to get in there and it's going to tip over or someone's going to open the door or I'm going to get locked in, which is more of a nightmare
You're
situation.
holding on to the door like this and then you're like, what if it breaks free and I go flying?
Like, yeah.
There's never hand sanitizer.
No. Although I have to say, I went to a vacation at one point with my husband's family vacations like no other. They know how to do it. We went to, down in the Carolinas, went to a 4x4 beach. And my big thing about the 4x4 beach was like I had all these kids and like if they go to the bathroom, whatever. And they were like, "Oh no, we have that taken care of." We get there and there's this pop-up tent.
I've seen those.
Yes. So they pop up this tent and they have like a makeshift toilet inside.
Yeah.
And underneath is like some sort of a consistency of sand, cat litter-ish type of thing, whatever. And it's a regular like toilet seat cover with like the handles that you like can use. They had hand sanitizer in there, toilet paper. They had like paper towels on there.
Did they have lip gloss and hairspray?
No, but I would not put
bobby
past
pins?
them that they probably did, and I just didn't notice it. But I thought that was the best thing I've ever
That
seen.
makes me
life.
go.
Right, that made me go. I was like, I could do this. Like, this is nice. I could do this. It was fantastic. Like the things that now, and I'm sure like women are all over this, and it's more than I knew it was, but now that there's go everywhere, like that's what they were saying. They're like, oh, we take it to go to concerts. We take this with us to tailgate at sporting events. I'm like, this is ingenious because it gets you out of the porta potty.
Need a porta potty.
No, it's gross. I can't do that. No. Okay. I feel like we should do another on something mental health related to keep it consistent with our nearly normal peeps. What's been making you go lately within the mental health community or substance abuse? Because we live in that world so much.
So I think it's a combination of both. When people are kind of in the throes, having like in the throes of either anxiety or depression, it's particularly bad, and they take meds, and then they're also drinking and or smoking weed. And then they're like, I'm really depressed. And I'm like, yeah. Like, you might as well take the drink, throw it over your shoulder, and then take the meds and throw those over
Yeah.
your shoulder because they're like canceling each other out.
Yes.
Like what are we doing? And I'm not saying you have to be sober if you have mental health things, but if you're in the throes of it and you're like, I really feel awful and like nothing is making this feel better, and I'm taking my meds and I think I got to increase my meds, but I'm also smoking weed every night to go to sleep, or you know,
Yeah.
getting like binge drinking on the weekend because it's summer or whatever. And so no one's saying like don't do that, but it's like we got to look at is it correlated, and the answer is yes, it is.
Yes. Yeah. And to that point, and you can do a deep dive on your own on the internet with this, so it will help. But there is absolutely biochemical reactions that occur when you take your medicine, and subsequently and separately when you use any other chemical substances. So when you hear any of us or your psychiatrist or your primary care doctor talk about something being a depressant to the system, it is extremely important to pay attention to that term. So if you are taking a depressant, which alcohol is, that means, and we don't have to get into too much technical detail about what the dopamines do in the system, but when you take that, you are depressing the system biochemically, which means in your brain, the chemicals that are typically being produced are now not being produced at the same level as they would have been before. That is suppressing, and so your system gets depressed. If you are taking an antidepressant, right, which is in the term, we're trying to flood the receptors in your brain with additional chemicals to boost your mood. Those two things will counteract each other, which is why a lot of times when people wake up the next day after drinking, not necessarily a hangover, but the anxiety is high, or you don't feel good, you're highly irritated, you're more depressed. It's because, like Kate said, you have canceled out the medications that were supposed to go into that receptor. They are not getting there now because the alcohol, the ethanol receptor is now doing what it does to combat that. So same thing with anxiety. If you are on anti-anxiety medications, but you have a lot to drink that has a lot of sugar in it, you're processing that sugar very late at night. The alcohol gets processed throughout the night, which you can also do a deep dive into. And so you are processing alcohol well after you go to sleep. So your anxiety level is, and the medications are not working together. They're actually working against each other, which is why your anxiety the day after drinking can be off the charts because your anxiety medication didn't work. So yes, there is something you have to accept, that if I'm on medication because I'm really, really depressed or I'm really, really anxious, but I'm deciding to go use other substances, which we're not judging. You know, you go out, you have a couple drinks with friends, that's fine, but you are negating the benefits of those medications. And so you're going to pay for it for a day or two, and it's just going to have those consequences.
Yeah, and I think the thing that makes me go is like again, it doesn't mean you have to, abstain just because you are on mental health medication. But when you're in the throes of it, when you feel like it's really acute or it's really intense, and maybe that's a time to just back off the substances and see if your meds, like maybe they don't need to be increased, maybe they work, like they're just fine. And so reducing it during those times.
And think of it like being sick with a virus, right? If I had the flu, I wouldn't go out to the bars, right? Like you're saying, when you're in the throes of it, when I really don't feel well, think of it like I have a fever of 102, or I'm coughing up a lung, and so I'm really not going to go out to the bar and have a couple, I'm not going to smoke cigarettes when I'm out there, I'm not going to vape because I feel awful. You're in the throes of that mental health, give it a couple days, let your meds do their thing, and let's try to keep other chemicals out of the mix so we can get a sense of what is working and what isn't.
Yeah. And I always say with substances, I've said long. I'm like, yo, if it doesn't work, this whole like not using thing, just go back to doing what you were doing. Like if you feel shittier, go back to doing what you're doing. If recovery is butt kiss and it makes you feel awful and you hate everything, go back to doing what you were doing. But yeah, things that make you go, is like maybe just taking a pause when you're really in it from the substances, the recreational stuff. If you've got any other things that make you go, please do let us know. Reach out to us on Instagram, TikTok, email, YouTube, anywhere. Nearly Normal Podcast. Pod, whatever. Oh, you know why?
What?
Porta potty was in my head.
Oh, see?
I fused it with podcasts.
Yeah, and now you're
Portacast.
gonna be thinking about it all day.
It is a portacast. You can take this cast anywhere. Yeah, anywhere you go.
If you need
Camping,
if you need
toilets.
us in that porta potty, you just hit play. We are there with you.
We are there
Hold on
with
for
you,
dear life.
for you. Yes. Until next time, nearly normals. I can't talk today.
It's okay.
You wanna do it? Close this up.
Until next time, stay nearly normal.